Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. We have another product review for you this morning. We had a company reach out wanting us to evaluate their product. I think it's going to be pretty cool, so stick around. We'll show you what it is. So what we got going, a couple weeks ago a company reached out to us wanting us to evaluate their new propane torch. So we said sure, we do that. So this is what it is, a company called TBTEEK. So we'll unbox this thing for you. Let's figure out how to get the box open. Here we go. Came well packaged. Pretty cool, all foam wrapped. That's a neat little, compact little item. It's a propane torch, a portable handheld propane torch. Look at the size of the nozzle on this thing. It's like the Tim Taylor version of propane torches. But they say it's good for use in the kitchen and any other place that you'd want to use it, and we definitely use propane torches here on the homestead, and if you're a homesteader, I'm sure you do too. So at first glance, it's good quality product. Feels like it's a real nice, heavy, dense polymer on the handle, and a real nice, large bore opening on that. Now it takes your small propane tanks like this. So some of the features it's got, looks to be a little locking mechanism here to keep this on-off valve from opening unexpectedly, which is good when you're dealing with propane. So you can click that off and open it. It's got the igniter right here on the top. So let's see what their packaging states here. Says the max temp is 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. That's good and hot. Let's see here. Recommended, you can use MAP gas or propane. The MAP gas is the yellow bottle if you've never seen those. Professional premium torch, powerful flame to get any job done fast, compact, and portable. Take it with you or store it in your kitchen drawer at home. Multifunctional, sear a variety of foods. Start your campfire, charcoal grill. Use it for glass blowing, metal melting, adjustable fuel control. So cool. Let's put the gas to this thing and see what we got going on initially here. So just screw our little propane bottle on here. I know they make a shorter one of these, I believe, which would make it a little more compact if you're using it in your kitchen. So our safety's off. Give it a little crack. Ooh, wow, look at that. Holy, wow, that's quite a flame. We could definitely find some uses for that around the homestead. Even in the shop. Pretty cool thing. Let's see what we can get done with this thing. Let's see how it works with the different things that we use it for here on the homestead. We'll start in the kitchen. Now one of my favorite things to eat and what we do a lot in the kitchen is searing steak. And I like a good medium rare steak. And that's hard to do correctly because when you sear a steak, a lot of times you have to put it in the oven to get the outside of the steak to cook. Otherwise you're flopping it around on the edge in the pan because you want to kill the bacteria on the outside rim of the steak, and that's the whole reason for putting it in the oven. But I think we could use this torch to speed up that process and maybe not overdo our steak. Alright, we've got a good sear on the one side of our steak. And we don't want it long on the other side. And you see I have these areas around the outside that are still undone. And normally we'd have to take the tongs and roll that around, or like I said, put it in the oven. So let's see what we can do with this torch. We can kill that bacteria on the outside of that steak. That's already done on that side. Boy, that's it. You can see the outside of that steak is completely done. So we can pull this off pretty darn quick. Alright, we let our steak rest. This is going to be the true test right here. Got a beautiful crust on that steak, which is what we love. Perfect medium to medium rare steak right there. Beautiful. It's not overdone. Still got some pink. Nice. Now I think the best part of all is it looks like steak for lunch. Now my youngest daughter loves creme brulee. I've got a little sugar in our little saucepan or saucer here. Let's see how this thing will brulee some sugar. See if I can keep it from blowing it all over the place though. Melts the sugar plenty fast. We would need to have it in a smaller dish so it didn't blow around. But melts it plenty quick. Well, let's go see what shenanigans we can get into outside with this thing. Now in the winter we work a lot in the workshop out here, and we have to fire up our wood stove. So I'm thinking torch would be a good use for that, definitely. Crazy heat, look at that. Another use I can think of, if you got a weed growing up where it shouldn't be growing. Gone. Now one thing you know we do a lot of on this channel is refurbishing or using old stuff instead of going buying new stuff. If you've got a nut that just won't budge, you can heat the nut up and get that thing loose. So let's see how it works on this one here. Plenty of power for sure. Might be enough there. You just got to heat that nut, get that nut to expand a little bit. Let's see if she's going to budge now. Oh, it's already moving. Look at that. Like spins right off with ease. Works almost every time, folks. Nice. Now another use for this torch that comes to mind is when I light my barbecue, this gravity barbecue, I have to use one of these little fuel blocks, and it slides way in here, and it's a long way down here. I literally have to get on my hands and knees and try to light that with a match or whatever I'm using. With this torch, I could fire this baby up and just hit that, and I know it's going to be blazing within 20 seconds. It'll be done and lit. So that's going to be real handy as well, for sure. Now another thing this torch will come in handy for is we get burn piles here on the property that every now and then we need to burn. This torch will come in real handy for that. That easy. Well, I think we figured out just about how many ways we can get in trouble with this thing. Crazy amount of heat coming out of here. So what about my review on this thing? Well, let's talk about that. I looked this up on Amazon, did a little research. It gets a 4.4 out of 5 review on Amazon, and I'm always skeptical of those reviews, so I always go a little deeper in and I see how many reviews they have. They have over 10,500 reviews on this. If there was just 1 or 2 reviews, you really can't go by that. So it looks like other people are also pleased with this unit. I think it's pretty well built. The thing I'm going to be watching out for, that I watch out for everything, is how long the igniter holds up, but so far so good on that. But that's always a failing point. And if we have issues, we'll come back at a later date and let you know, of course. And then the only other thing I would recommend on this is, here's like the other tank you can use for this. The reason I don't like these, well, let me tell you a reason why these tanks would be good. They're a little more compact than the bigger ones. They're flatter, you could fit them in a smaller space, but I think they tip over easier. So I tend to gravitate towards the fat, heavy one that won't tip. Now here's the other gas I was telling you about. Comes in a yellow bottle, and they both burn equally, but if you live in a super cold environment and you're having to work outside, or if you're doing a job where it's super cold, sometimes if it's really, really cold outside, your propane will not burn because there's not enough heat to make this turn into a gas. So people that have that issue go with the MAP gas because it boils at a lower temperature than the propane and will work in a super cold environment. Just thought I'd add that in. So I would probably place this, if I were to go to a scale of 10, I would probably be right around equivalent to that Amazon review. I would give this probably a 9 out of 10. The only reason it's not a 10 out of a 10, I think it's just a hair large to use in the kitchen, but it doesn't mean you can't use it. I have a small kitchen. If you've got a large kitchen where you've got plenty of room to put this thing, it'd be a great addition. So there's our review. Definitely going to use this in the future. Thank you to TBTEEK for sending this to us for review. We're really going to enjoy it. There's the box if you want to know what that looks like, and there's their name. Now if you go to this link right here, you can check out one of those, and we'll also put the link in the description of this video. So hope you enjoyed our review. We're going to enjoy this into the future. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. Come back and see us here again at Markelly Farm. We're going to have some fun.